Welcome back, y'all, to the Pickup Podcast, episode 3.
Number three, bro.
What's up?
This
It's
is our third
Jose.
episode.
Yes, sir. We getting there. We getting
You know
there.
who it is? It's Lorenzo. We got Jose, and back to another podcast. We have a pretty good one for you guys today. We're
Yes,
gonna talk
sir.
about the Mavericks game that just happened, and the Celtics game, and some previous games. And we're gonna talk about the All Star teams. We're gonna talk about our two rising stars in the Celtics making the All Star reserves, and we're gonna congratulate them. But yeah, we got a good episode this time.
Yeah, and just just in advance, we're doing this one a little differently. This episode right here that you're watching is gonna be posted today, which is Wednesday, and then the
24.
and then we're gonna also have a separate All Star podcast, which is gonna be posted Thursday, which is where we're gonna have an All Star draft. We're gonna talk about the All Stars, um, and yeah,
But so all right, let's get into it. Also, friendly reminder: rest in peace, Kobe. It's 224 today. Kobe and Gigi.
rest
So
in peace.
um, let's get into it. So yesterday we had the Celtics and the Mavericks play in a really close game. So we're gonna start it off. We're just gonna watch a clip of the last few seconds of the game.
Brown's hands or Tatum and attack. Get into the paint. Be aggressive. Don't settle on this possession.
Brown drives in. Tie game.
I was hyped
107, 107.
when he made that.
When we made that,
seconds to
yeah.
go.
I was
I'm so
hyped.
happy
Let's
we did.
go.
Doncic down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Doncic for the win. Oh yeah!
I heard.
That hurt.
Luka Doncic.
That's
the
just
dagger.
that's a dagger, bro.
And it was 0.1 second, so there's really nothing we could do.
It's just not even that, man. It's just like he did that back-to-back shots.
Incredible, Bird.
Back-to-back
Two
shots.
big-time shots on
Look at this.
consecutive possessions and down the
He
stretch.
faded.
Luka gets to his spot,
Yeah,
step
two
back,
Luka.
deep three, two people on him.
Yeah.
He's showing why he
Ooh. Oh man, bro. Luka Doncic, it was like I think we talked about it before. Like it was one of those games where it's just like a tough shot is made by a great player, and that was it. Like he could have anybody else could have missed that shot, but it just had to be Luka. Luka's gonna make that shot. And I feel like if we made that, if we made it to OT, I still think the Celtics. I think we might have came out with the win, but I don't know. Last couple of games, it looks like we just can't
Yeah,
close out.
with this loss, we're now under 500. I think our record's like 14 and 15, which it sucks. We're finally we're not doing good in this.
Yeah, we're halfway into the season, dude, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't see what else we could help. Like we saw some strength. I think I saw some strengths last game was, the first 3 quarters were able to like get good efficiency shots. It's just I think when it comes down to the other, like we don't play defense when we have a high lead. I said this before, like we're not playing
right.
like the potential we should be playing to every single team. We shouldn't treat every team like, all right, bro, they're gonna kind of come in here and go up by 20. Don't matter. Like we're up by 20, and then just Brad Stevenson puts in some random freaking lineups, and then we just lose it. And then it's been a tough couple of games.
Yeah, and like you said, we're not a very good closing team. Like we have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but if they're not making their shots, then it seems like no one else is. And like it sucks because like other than Kemba's been here and there. He's been really like sometimes like the game against the Hawks he played really really well. But like he hasn't been playing like that
Inconsistency, man. Inconsistency.
in like a while in every single game. Um, and if those two are not playing, then it's like we essentially have to like rely on like Pritchard, who's like the only other guy who can like get his own shot. And like Pritchard's not a player yet who we want to like rely so much on. Like these players like Neesmith are always late, but like those players are like they're not someone who's gonna get their own shot. Like they get their shot set up by Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown
Yeah.
or Kemba
Bro,
Walker.
Naismith didn't even shoot yesterday. He went 0 for 0 yesterday. And he had like 20 plus minutes. He didn't want to shoot, man. I don't know. Bro, if you're given 20 minutes, I would, and you're the rookie, bro, and they're giving it to you, 20 minutes is a lot for a rookie. Bro,
Yeah, it
just
is.
go out there and just start shooting. I don't know. I understand he's a rookie. He might be scared to, get his confidence up a little bit, but against a team like the Mavericks, you're gonna have to try to get your shots in. You're gonna have to take those shots.
You're
You
gonna
know,
need some like role player production. Sure.
because like people who have stepped up in those moments, I think were Robert Williams
Yeah.
and Pritchard. Those two are really taking, advantage of their minutes. Like I see Robert Williams is an animal in the paint, man. His athleticism, his strength in the paint, he deserves minutes. I
That
think
was
he deserves.
that nasty putback dunk with
Yeah,
Jason
bro.
Tatum. He missed a shot.
Missed
Oh,
shot and he yammed it
that was
right back in.
beautiful. That
And
was
like
beautiful.
he's gonna be someone I think we need to keep. I don't think we should not like try looking at other teams from him because he's gonna be a great player in the future, especially coming off the bench right now. If he comes off the bench, and he does the thing with Marcus Smart coming back soon, I think they're gonna be a really good team, bro. And it's just having a strong bench is what we need. I'm tired of seeing this with like we keep all our picks, man. We draft the players and they're not the players that we think they are. Like it's time for I think we're waiting for a draft or like we're waiting for a trade. And I think a trade is what the Celtics need to do. And I said it every week, bro. Every
Yeah,
week.
but again, just to I guess rekindle it. I don't think we should be trading for like anyone who's gonna help or anyone like crazy who's gonna like help us win now. Like I don't think I think it's too early right now to give up on like a Neesmith or like a Pritchard or like I don't
I
want to
wouldn't
trade off
trade Pritchard. I
Williams.
think I think
Um,
Pritchard is too valuable too.
yeah, even like a Romeo Langford, I think it's really early to give up on these guys. Like I was looking at Jalen Brown his rookie season. He averaged like 6 points, and that's like nothing crazy. But imagine if we traded him to get someone to help Isaiah Thomas or something like that, then we would we would be struggling.
But that was the past though. Like I feel like now is the time to get Jalen and Jason the players they need to advance. That's what like they gotta look for other teams and they gotta find the key player. Because if Blake Griffin becomes available and he is bought out, the Celtics I think they gotta use the TP on him.
I
They
don't
gotta
think so.
bring in someone.
I don't want Blake Griffin.
If
I
they
don't
don't
want
want to
Blake Griffin.
trade people and they want to build a team around the players they have now, the TPE is the only way they're gonna get players. Like they're gonna either sign the players, like Andre Drummond is still, I think he's gonna be traded or bought out, and then Blake Griffin is gonna be in the same situation. So it's got to have to be a big name. I don't if they want to keep that team and build around a team, be all my guess, but it I don't think they're gonna use their money though on a player like Blake Griffin. I think they're
Yeah,
gonna trade
I don't
their
want Blake Griffin.
assets
Definitely.
and then figure a team. Because I'm like, if we win a ring now, wouldn't you be more happier to win the ring now than in the future when you're worrying
Of
about the
course, but
future?
I'd rather put up a team that is called like even if we do make a trade for like who is someone who you think like there's a John Collins who's on the market who's really good, but we'd have to give up a lot for it. If we was to trade all of our assets for John Collins, we there is there a 100% guarantee that we would beat the Nets or the Sixers?
I think we have a better chance of now.
But I
Like,
don't think even like if we end up even if we have John Collins, I don't think we're gonna beat the Nets. And I would rather save our assets, keep working on them, and even if we trade for like a Andre Drummond, who is still a relatively young and who's still like not too far away from like the age range, I think even that would be better than trading for a player like super crazy that that we have to give up so much of our assets.
I don't know. I've been watching the Celtics for so like since 2010, and I've seen them, draft the players. Marcus Smart. I've drafted and trade Jalen, Rozier. It's just I think they built themselves already from the past to make the team in the future. It's just they're letting go of the wrong assets and trying to think that like if we kept Terry Rozier, because think about it, they drafted Terry Rozier and like what you said, I mean, Terry Rozier could have been the best point guard on our team right now, but they gave up for him for Kemba Walker. But Kemba Walker is not playing to the expectations, so you know we can keep drafting, but there has to be a time when all these drafting keeps on happening and we're not winning any rings. Like we gotta make it happen now. The Lakers did it faster than us. Like they were in the same situation.
They signed LeBron. That's
Yeah,
totally
but
different.
look, think about what they did though. They were a under 500 team before LeBron. They didn't even make the playoffs. After Kobe left, the Lakers weren't make they
Right,
drafted away
terrible.
Brandon Ingram, they drafted away Lonzo, they drafted away D'Angelo, and they weren't making no playoff like appearances, none. LeBron comes to town, and then LeBron trades everybody but gets Anthony Davis, man, and they win a ring. They did that before the Celtics did.
Okay, so are you banking on a freaking on LeBron coming to Boston? Because that's not gonna
Nah,
happen.
I'm not saying like a signing. I'm saying like
Kawhi's like
the
he's not coming to
trades have to
Boston.
the trades there has to be a trade. Like there has to be something that Danny Ainge is thinking because this team is not fit at all right now to win a ring. Right now they can't win the ring. But if you want to think in the future, it depends, bro. Like I don't see them developing at all. Like how long is it gonna take? 3-4 years for them to develop?
But they're on contract for 3-4 years. So like
Yeah, but
Jalen Brown, Tatum, they're all stars. Congratulations, by the way. And like they still have more places to grow. Like Jalen Brown he could be more efficient at the free throw line. He could be a better playmaker. Same thing, Jason Tatum, he could be a better playmaker. He could he's already pretty good defensively. But there's still ways that they can improve. And if we keep having like people like Pritchard who was already having a great rookie season, improving, and we're already having like Neesmith who has showed his moments. He keeps improving. Then we're gonna have a decent team where we don't look at a Pritchard or
is Neesmith really
like
improving though?
People. He's not improving, but he's like what 20 games. Like he's showed like flashes of like, oh, this could be a great player. He's hit multiple threes in a game where he's like, oh, those tough threes.
But what about all the other players they have on the bench?
Had like a lot of hustle plays.
What happened to Grant Williams? Only played like a couple minutes like last game. What happened to Grant? They cut his minutes short. What happened to Carson Edwards? He got drafted during the same time with what's his name? Grant Williams. They're not really doing anything crazy. They're still on the bench. Jeff Teague is on the bench. He's getting DNPs. There's so many players on the Celtics teams that they're not playing. It's like why have the roster spot there when our team is already struggling? When we have players, I guess if you want to play them, then play them. But there comes a point where you keep trying to do different friggin' like lineups that you're just not a good enough team to make it past the second round. Like,
but we're not gonna be able to trade a Jeff Teague, a Carson Edwards, even a Grant Williams for anything substantial right now. Like Carson Edwards, we're not playing him because he's so inconsistent. He could barely get minutes, and if we were to trade him, his value is not even that high. So there's no point of giving up on a Carson Edwards if we're not gonna get anyone like decent enough or worth it.
There's probably teams out there that don't want a Carson Edwards on their team.
I doubt. Or Jeff Teague, same thing with Jeff Teague. Like
Jeff Teague, like he's a solid veteran point guard. I wouldn't mind a Jeff Teague for a Rondo situation. If Rondo was able to come
Rondo
back,
hasn't even played a game yet.
Rondo don't even play. He's just there. Rondo's just sitting on the bench. There's so many players. It's just we can keep developing until we can develop all we can, and then if it's not getting the rings that we're supposed to be having, feel like we could have cut it our losses years ago before, but I don't
Nah,
know. You
we
got to
still
build the
have
team against Jalen and Jason.
plenty of talent.
They're the future, but it's now. Like it's now, bro. We got to start thinking now. They got to start making themselves over a 500 team. Like there's no way, there's no reason we should be 14 and 15 or whatever our record. Like we should not be that low with this amount of talent on this team. There's no
Tell us how define this amount of talent.
this. All right, Robert Williams is still in there. Robert Williams has become a like a role player for that team. Marcus Smart is on that team. Kemba Walker is
He
on
hasn't
that
played in a
team.
while.
Daniel Tice is on that team. Tristan Thompson. There's who else is on it? If you want to say he's good enough, like Neesmith is there.
Well, like,
there's so many players they have.
That's still not a
Javante
team.
Green is in there. Didn't
Javante
even
Green
play.
is not gonna do much. I know you like Javante Green, but in reality, he's not gonna do that much more, even than like a Neesmith.
So they gotta make sure. I mean, they gotta find trades. There has to be trades for them to find with those people. There's no way they're just gonna keep them on the team. They gotta, I don't know. They gotta give them either give them minutes, send them to the G League. Taco Fall is there. Like Taco Fall just got minutes 0.1 second in the last game. Like what? Don't disrespect Taco. If you're gonna have Taco, put in Taco. Let Taco get his minutes in, bro. Don't.
Hey, I am a big advocate for giving Taco minutes. I love Taco,
Bro.
Whenever he's in, like in the trash times, whenever he's in garbage minutes, he's always getting easy points, and he always like makes it look so easy out there. I don't know why they don't play Taco, to be honest, but. We're not gonna be able to like. I agree. We shouldn't be 6 seed with under 500. We're not that bad. At the same time, there is a lot of injuries on our team. There's a lot of there's a lot of holes that our team has, and we're not necessarily at a point where we could give up give up on all these young players just to fill these holes, just to make losing in the second round or something like that. Like
get past the second round. This team right now, I don't even think it's gonna make it past the first round. Like if we can't even get past the first round, it's gonna remind me of the year when everyone come back. We had Gordon Hayward coming back from injury after I think 2018.
Yeah, this does remind me of that year.
Like we were all this talent on this team, and they couldn't even get past the second round. That was the year we were supposed to go to the championship, bro. They had veterans on the court. They had veterans on the bench. They had rising stars. They had so many so much potential on that team, and they didn't get past the second round. That's what I'm thinking about this team. Like, there's so much potential, but they're too I understand they're young and you want to develop, but they're a young team versus guys out there you could get. Like, if we got out there and went Derrick Rose on the bench, oh my gosh. Derrick Rose can get his own buckets. Like, he's out there, he knows his role, and he's gonna help the players around him because it's Derrick Rose. Yeah, and he went to the Knicks, and look at the Knicks, man. the Knicks are good right now. They're playing really good. And
aren't they still below us though?
They got an all-star in Julius Randle.
By the way, news just broke. Devin Booker was selected to be an all-star for Anthony Davis, to replace Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, Anthony Davis was hurt, right?
Yeah.
As he should. Good job, man. As he should, bro. There's a video of that. So it's this dude just walking in unannounced. It's just, and then there's one of Shaq behind a tree. And a skinny tree, and it's just Shaq, bro. He's just massive. And then someone comments, Devin Booker in the All-Star game. Just he's not really supposed to be there.
Same thing last year. He probably typed that he's keep making it in on those injury replacements.
It's just the West has so many stacks.
But anyway, I just looked up the Knicks. They're it's not like they're that much better. Or they're that much. They're not even better. They're 15 and 17. So.
We're almost the same thing. They just probably
Okay,
played more
but
games than
the
we did
Celtics, they
because
did,
we
yeah.
still have to play some games that were postponed.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what this next slide? Oh,
Brown's hands. Brown.
we're gonna talk about our two boys, Jalen and
Yes,
Jason.
sir.
I'm just gonna congratulate them on the All-Star team. I think I'm really happy for Jalen. This is his first one. This is like his first actual All-Star appearance, and he stepped up his game from last year. Right, from 20 points per game, he's now averaging 26. I think he's developed his shot. He's become a spot up shooter. He's taking the game like he's on another level of the game right now. I think him on this team, he's probably the best player on this team. That's what I'm thinking. With Jason coming back, but this is still Jalen Brown's year, and I want to congratulate him on that. You got
Yeah, everyone who talks to me about basketball knows how much I love Jaylen Brown. I wouldn't say he's our best player yet. Jason Tatum still is the guy making you give the ball to at the end of the
this
game.
year, Jalen though.
But
This is
I
Jalen
would
right
still
now.
say this year, Jason. But congratulations to Jaylen Brown. I was so excited when he made the All-Star game. I checked my phone. I was like, oh yes, let's go, Jaylen Brown, let's go. Yeah, everything you said. When Kemba was out in the first couple of weeks, he really stepped up his game, and he's been an all-star since then. And he's been you know really playing like our second, our another piece to like really like carry the Celtics, even if they don't have like 3 through whatever.
So too is Jason, man. This is his second one, his second
Yeah.
All-Star. He's, I think for this year, I think he was able to like become the clutch player. He like when it comes down to like really close seconds, probably not the finisher, but like to close out a game, I think it's like Jason Tatum. Like who the ball is going to, who's gonna get his shot, and it's like he just stepped that up. Also this year, I think there were some games this year where he really had to pull through in the last like couple seconds of the game to make us, get us have a chance to win. And I'm really happy for him, bro. Like these two, man, I'm happy for these guys. They're so young and like their future is so bright, and I just want to congratulate them on that.
Yeah, they definitely deserve it. Even if
But
we're the sixth.
yeah, even though it's 16. But I think I think that's all. I think that's all for this episode. I think we got we got through our points about the Mavericks game. We got through like our strengths, our weaknesses on this episode. I think once like March, the deadline starts coming, more news about trade talks is gonna happen. Kind of died down right now. There was some time like 2 weeks ago they were talking about like Harrison Barnes coming through, and then it kind of trade talks like slowed down. So I think it'll be better when it comes to March.
Yeah, of course. And if you guys want to hear more about the podcast, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna have the All-Star low draft. My team versus his team. Check that out.
It's gonna be a great one for that. But we appreciate y'all for listening. We'll see y'all next week for our
Like,
next episode.
subscribe, comment, share, do all that.
Pick
You
up
gotta do.
podcast.
Yep. I see you.